It is time for us to step forwards. This is cleansing and clearing for your very sweet soul. Hello, my name is Lucy Davis. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am filming this video on the 10th of February 2024. And this is going out in place of my Lucy Davis live at 5 p.m. UK time on Monday, the 13th of February, because I am going to be traveling. I am not going to be around literally till about 20 minutes before my conscious conversations at 7 p.m. So huge apologies from me to not be here live again. But I have to be honest, I have to say that this wandering is treating me extremely well. We are seeing some massive shifts globally off the back of the work that I'm doing. I've literally just looked out the window now and Gaia has just decided to start purging, and it's been 29 degrees here. So I'm like, okay, cool, we're getting the shift. But the sun will come back through, which is quite interesting because I haven't seen any rain at all since I left home. So it's been quite interesting. So here I am on the 10th of February, and I would like to wish you guys a happy new year because it's Chinese New Year today, and we have stepped into the year of the dragon. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the year of the dragon. I'm going to talk a little bit about new moon in this update, which I'm putting out for the Starseeds and Lightworkers. Ladies and gents, it is time. The shifts that are taking place, the validation that we're getting instantly off the back of what is going on right now is undeniable. And that is why I decided to jump on and do this video on this topic for this time. Now, there have been some huge memos that have been coming through whilst I have been on the road. It's stopped raining already. How interesting. It's like a massive downpour and then it stopped. So interesting. I love it. So there's a number of things, like I was just saying, that have been coming in whilst I have been away. And the key element of this is we cannot move forwards until we choose to step out of the swamp that we have chosen to stand in. So what they were showing me when I was channeling this was, we're almost like walking through quicksand at the moment. A lot of people say, I'm trying to run through treacle, things like that. It's that kind of like, oh my goodness gracious me, these slow movements. And we have chosen to live in this for a very long time. And it is now, literally now, in this now moment, the 10th of February, where that is just going to be turned on its head, and we're going to really start to be taking strides forwards. Now, it doesn't surprise me at all that this is happening in this now moment, because I did some very powerful work on Wednesday, the 7th of February, where I am in the world, and then again on the Thursday. And it was off the back of that a lot of the information has been created, and the information has been provided with me to share with you guys so that we can actually shift this forwards. So I have channeled it. I have got some notes, so you might see me like moving the page down and things like that as I'm doing this video. Anyway, before we go on any further, ladies and gents, I am so excited to let you know that Soul School 3, yes, Soul School 3 footage is now out for purchase on my website. If you go to the description field of this video, you will be able to buy that day event that took place back in November of last year for a very reasonable price, whereby you can then check out Soul School and see if it is something that you would like to come to in the future. It is absolutely amazing what has been created. And obviously, as you guys know, the reason behind Soul School is about creating educational systems, create like new educational systems. It's about creating a safe space for consciousness to be born and to be nurtured, and to basically live in a very safe environment going forward. As we know, consciousness has been written out of a lot of our history. So we are bringing it back in. We are bringing it back online. We only have one option, and that is consciousness. So it's a very exciting time that we're living in right now. So that's Soul School 3. I also would love to give you, because I haven't been on here live since, we have got a Soul School for Children date in the diary. That is the 29th of May 2024, and it is going to be held in Cambridge. Now, that's all the details I can give you right now, but please do pop that date in your diary. It is during the week off that the kids have. I think it's the Wednesday of that week. So we have considered as much as we possibly can so that as many people can come as possible, but do put that in your diary, and more information will be coming out over the next week or so on that topic. Obviously, I should probably mention Soul School 4 as well. So Soul School 4 is just over a month away now. We are meeting on the 16th and 17th of March, and we will be in Bristol, United Kingdom. Now, off the back of the work that I have done globally, or I would have done globally by the time I get home, I'm only in country number 2 or 3 right now. So, I've still got a number to go yet. But off the back of this work, I have got new codes that I am sharing through meditations and sharing through other bits and pieces. And obviously, I will be bringing those to Soul School, and I will be making sure that everybody gets shifted with ease and grace if they're open to it. I can't obviously tell you what to do. Like, if you are in your head about something, you probably won't get the healing and you won't get the shifts that you would like. But if you come with an open heart, and if you come with literally zero expectations, then you will get much more than you bargained for. The other thing that I would also like to mention, ladies and gents, is the waiting list for Self Love Club membership is open. It has been open, I think, about a month now. And if you guys are interested in joining the program that has changed so many lives around the world, excuse me, my voice just sounded like it was going a bit croaky there. If you would like to be involved in that, we've actually changed it from a 12-month program to a 9-month program for 2024 going into 2025. And obviously going forwards, it will be the same, just so that I get a bit of time out, ladies and gents. I'll be honest with you. I've done this course back to back since I launched it, and I really do need to take some time out. I really do need to spend time with loved ones, and actually, like I say, just have a bit of self-love for myself. So I'm walking my talk on this one. So if you would like to be involved in that 9-month program, it is going to be the first time we've ever run it in September of this year. The launch call is on September the 2nd, and we basically go straight into it off the back of the launch call. Once you've signed up, that's it. We're done. We're moving forwards. And we do not stop until the end of May, even over December, ladies and gents, over the Christmas month. And unlike previous years, it's been a little bit easier over Christmas. This time round, we cannot spare that. So if you are interested in joining us for that program, myself and my coaches will take you through this. Join us for the launch call on the 2nd of September, but you do need to be on the waiting list so that we can obviously email you. And if you can't attend the call on the night, we will send you a copy of it straight after, so you do not miss out on absolutely anything. So, ladies and gents, Starseeds and Lightworkers, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, we have stepped into the year of the dragon. Now, the year of the dragon is very much about disruption and chaos. It is going to be very much about bringing things to the surface. And what I would suggest right in this now moment is going back to the 2024 energy video that I put out at the start of the year, where I speak about tech and I speak about AI and I speak about stepping into chaos. That time is here now. That time is here now. Now, I also really do believe that 2024 is the year of the AI. I have been quite horrified. I keep being told to watch certain movies, and I watch them and it's all about AI, and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't need to see this right now. I'm not a fan of AI, ladies and gents. I'm going to be really, really honest with you, but I do believe that we are going to have to recognize that this is going to be a feature in our lives going forwards. I do see that there's going to be this technology versus what I'm calling nature split. So we kind of need to gain a little bit of understanding with AI, because some of it can be used for the greater good and some of it can really be quite harmful. So it's very important that we understand what is going on right now, and we can appreciate it from both sides of the coin, and we can see maybe like the red flags as they come up or something like that. Now, there is a lot of confusion here at the moment. It's like confusion overload is in flight, because all of the real truths that you've been distracted by for the last 4 years of look over here, look over here, look there, they're all coming to the surface once and for all. Now, I've got a couple of really good examples of this. So literally just this morning, an article or a couple of articles were sent to me, and one was about the fact that the Earth has two moons. Apparently, it's been the case, we've known about this for 2,000 years, but it's the first time I heard about it. How about you? Have you heard about that before? Also, an article about a moon for Venus has come out as well in exactly the same timeline. So for me personally, the work that I did earlier last week, obviously it's the weekend now, but earlier last week really was about bringing, like, collapsing old karma and bringing new timelines in. So it doesn't surprise me that this new information is coming out like a bat out of hell. You know, it's really, really coming out and hitting us extremely, extremely hard right now. Now, Pete, I actually had a conversation with somebody very, very close to me earlier today, and he said to me, you know, what sort of areas can we expect to see the chaos? What sort of areas can we see, can we expect the truth? And so I'm going to share this with you guys because maybe it will help you. I see it taking place in medicine, in education, in relationships, in friendships, in the food industry, in politics, in the governments, in finances. Like, literally every area of life is going to be impacted by this. Like, if you've got any skeletons in your closet, and I've been talking about this for a very long time now, it's best that you go and share those with the people that might get hurt if they find out, because there is no way that the truth cannot come to the surface now. All of the truth has to be surfaced, and all of the truth has to be stepped through in every area of life. We are not just looking at the elections. We're not just looking about the vaccines. We're looking at a much bigger picture now. We must be looking at this with, you know, our heart on our sleeve and saying, right, how can I be as honest as possible? And I know I've done a video on Instagram about this, so I'm just going to touch on it here. Imagine a world if every single person stopped lying, like every single one of us, rather than saying, yeah, I'm good, when actually I'm heartbroken, my partner split up with me. You know, that kind of, like, imagine a world whereby we were so honest, we couldn't lie, no matter how big or small it is. Like, just imagine the peace that could be held. Just imagine the inner standing that we could have with each other. So, you know, this is the premise that I feel that we need to be working off of now. If you've got any skeletons in your closet, for me personally, it's probably time to go and share them with whoever, like I say, will care if the truth comes out or when the truth comes out. Okay, so my beautiful starseeds and light workers, this message is about letting you know it is time. It is time for us to step forwards. It's time for us to step up and then put one foot in front of the other and keep stepping forwards and keep stepping forwards, even if that's only a millimeter a day or an inch a day. Like, it's time for us to really keep stepping forwards. So on Wednesday, the 7th of February, I created a massive shift. I started doing the first in a few steps of collapsing some very, very, very age-old karma. And this is ancestral, this is generational, like, you name it, it goes way back when, more years than you can probably even imagine. So what's happened off the back of that is that was on Wednesday. I put that to bed, and then Thursday I activated another piece of the puzzle. And really what we've been seeing, you know, over the last months, years, is a massive purging phase. We've been purging our healing. We've been purging our emotions. We've been purging our pain. We've been purging everything. Gaia's been purging earthquakes, volcanoes, floods, fires. And yes, I know there are some beliefs that some of it was manipulated, but Gaia has been purging. Like, we cannot ignore the fact that she has been purging, you know, to get rid of all of this nonsense that is taking place. We have now moved into the activation stage. It's official. We are in the activation stage, and it is so exciting that this is here. I finished up the work on Wednesday, knowing that the work that I was going to do on Thursday would kick us into this activation mode. And boy, there is no way I was wrong. What we have seen since Thursday has been absolutely unbelievable in such a positive way. It's like between Thursday and Friday evening, we've hop, like over maybe 3 timelines, which is amazing because, at the end of the day, this is what we are here to do, ladies and gents. We're here to bring in consciousness, and every single person, and I say this all the time, and I've been sent a post, or I got tagged in a post, more to the point, that a lady called Amanda Ellis did, around like the truth movement and the behaviors within that, and I shared it on my stories on Instagram because I've been talking about this for a very, very, very long time. If you continue to share the noise around the truth movement, you are holding us back. If you are involved in perpetually putting other people down because of the decisions that they've made or whatever, you are perpetually holding us back. And I need you guys to start taking responsibility for this. You do not need to be the person. And I actually had a conversation with a man earlier this week on exactly this. You do not need to be that person anymore. I get your ego wants to be that person. I get that you want to be seen and that you want to be heard, but you are actually doing us damage. You're doing us more damage than good. And maybe you don't comprehend consciousness right now, but trust me, the only thing that is coming back to life is Christ consciousness. Consciousness is what has been written out of the Bible. Consciousness is what is within each and every one of us, and they hid it within each and every one of us so that we couldn't find it, but by being distracted by the outside world. We are in activation mode, ladies and gents, Starseeds Lightworkers. We are there. It is such an exciting period of time. This is not a time for us to go into fear or to get scared. This is a time for us to embrace the new codes that are available. I actually carried out a meditation on Friday, the 9th of February at 9 p.m. UK time. I was told very clearly by my guides that I had to carry out a healing meditation. I'd done a lot of healing on the planet and I'd shaken a lot of things up. Then I needed to prepare the humans, is what they said, prepare the humans for it. So these were healing codes that were to activate the throat, the heart, and the crown chakra. So it's kind of like the upper chakras that I was activating predominantly. And well, it was. And that there was an impact on the lower ones, but it was very much about bringing the divine feminine back on. And I believe those upper chakras are more divine feminine. So this activation process has basically littered everybody. And there was over 500 people in this, by the way, ladies and gents. Like, that was absolutely freaking huge. I was quite wired off the back of it. I think I was doing it for about 33 minutes. And it was very powerful. The visions that I got, the insights that I got, the power within my body that I got, because obviously when I'm healing you guys, I get healing from source. It's very, very powerful the way that it works, for those of you that aren't sure. But like I say, these healing codes, they've now been imprinted in people's DNA, and they are going to be able to be activated as and when the time is right. Not everybody is going to come online at the same time, because, like, imagine that if all of us just went bing one day and we just couldn't communicate with the other people around us. It's going to be a very, very slow, gradual thing. Some people will get it instantly. Some people will notice the shifts immediately, but then other people, it will just be a little bit of a slow burner. So please, please, please just love on each other more than you ever have done right now. Now, talking of love, self-love must be a priority right now. We must breathe deeply, not these shallow breaths that we've convinced ourselves that we, to how to survive. Deep breaths, really allow ourselves to calm via using the breath. Please drink more water, ladies and gents. I'm drinking maybe 5 liters a day at the moment, and I'm only little, but I'm drinking 5 liters a day at the moment to keep me grounded, to keep me hydrated, to keep me focused, my clarity. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of miles and I'm doing a lot of flying and everything else that goes along with that. It just helps process, detoxify, and help things move through the body. So please, please, please do up your drinking water. Get out into nature, ladies and gents, as much as possible. Nature holds the answer. Gaia holds the answers for everything. If we can get out and connect with Gaia, then we are halfway there. The other thing that's really helping me right now is exercise. I'm still exercising twice a day, even though I'm away. I'm making sure that I go out running, and I'm making sure that I get into a gym or something every single day. These are helping with the integration process. These acts of self-love, these acts of self-care are assisting with the integration process of these new codes, of the light codes that are coming in, of all of the energetic showers that are taking place around us. It will help us. So please honor yourself. If you feel that you need to go to the gym, or if you feel you need to go and jump in the ocean or whatever, please do that. But obviously, please do be very careful jumping anywhere. We must acknowledge that anything that is not serving us must be diminished. We must give that power away from our focus. So let's say, for example, you are somebody who goes out drinking every single weekend because it's what you and your friends do. I'm talking about the old Lucy, by the way. But actually it doesn't make you feel good when you wake up the next morning. You don't really want to be doing it, but you just don't want to be sat at home on your own. This is a recognition, a remembrance of the something that is not serving us. Healing is required to take place now. Any old patterns, thoughts, blocks, systems, you are holding yourself down. You are holding your uprising process back by holding on to these. It's time to say goodbye once and for all, for us to be able to step forwards within love. Now, like I say, ladies and gents, that may well mean those posts that you share week on week about the truth movement. Or I call it the truth movement, the vaccines, the politics, the drama, basically. You must recognize that when you are sharing this stuff, you are perpetuating drama. And what's so funny is some of the biggest names out there say they don't like drama, and they're sharing this stuff. So it's very interesting. We have to recognize that this is drama. We are holding people back in a level of consciousness that is not serving. Now, I have been carrying out masses of karmic cleansing and clearing on the road. I've been gone just over a week, and the amount that I have been doing is absolutely unbelievable, to the point that I've been crying. I've been sobbing my heart out. My team have been like, my God, what are you doing? Have you seen this? Have you seen that? They've been sharing lots of different things from around the world, showing me the impact of the work that I've been doing. But I want to raise this point. I'm out there doing this work, as many other people are around the world, by the way. I don't believe that I'm the only one. I know some people sometimes have a reaction thinking that I'm saying that. I'm not. I'm just talking from my own perspective. Just because I have been doing the work to clear and cleanse doesn't mean I can transmute it for you. I'm transmuting hundreds of thousands of years of karma at the moment. I'm transmuting, so much for the divine feminine, the divine masculine, our ancestors, really, really, really deep rooted stuff within the ley lines. And I'm doing the transmutation of that because I have to. That's my job this lifetime. However, you guys need to take the ownership and do the work yourself. Now, it will show up with the battle between ego and the higher self. It will show up with the battle of having to be right, having to be seen, having to be heard. Now, I'm not saying don't share your voice, don't stand in your truth. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is just recognize where the ego is leading you astray. Once you can recognize that, and then you can step in and choose to step into heart-driven mode, that will recalibrate everything with ease and grace and put you back on the path that you are supposed to be on, the path of your truth, the path of love. We are stepping into a world of love and authenticity, ladies and gents. Anybody that is not authentic, anybody that is not of love, is going to be going through a much tougher time than those of us that have done the work, that are willing to step through. And I have to give a shout out to a couple of the guys that I know, actually, and just say well done and keep up the good work. There's some men out there that are running away from this stuff, and then there are some men that are standing up and saying, you know what, I don't like any of this, but I'm doing it. Us girls, and I am making a very sweeping generalized statement here, but us girls kind of just wade into it because we're like, oh my God, just get this done. Whereas the men have been a little bit more resistance to it. But you know what? Some of you guys are really doing the do, and I want to just congratulate you and celebrate you on making those steps. So, along with obviously the karmic cleansing and clearing, there is massive, massive DNA changes that are happening right now. And it is exciting. This is exciting. We are being asked to level up. And so many of us are going, heck yes, take me with you. I want to come. I'm going to level up for sure. What works for us today is different to what worked for us just a week ago. That's how quickly we are rapidly ascending right now. That's how quickly we are stepping through so much. What we are drawn to is changing. Go with it. Go with it. Just remember, a lot of our egos are telling us at the moment, oh, our partner's not good enough for us. Oh, our partner can't keep up with us. Oh, they're not good enough, or they don't speak. Like, this is what we need to be stepping into right now, is recognizing that's the ego rather than you actually doing the work to heal yourself. It's literally like we have this internal, external voice battle going on within each and every one of us at the moment. So just going back to what we feel drawn to may be changing. I want to give you an example from my perspective. As you guys know, for years I've done intermittent fasting, which I basically, the last time I would eat would be 8 o'clock in the evening. The next time I would eat would be, or I'd break my fast at midday. I've changed that up completely recently. What I have done is I've gone to I have a big breakfast. Like, I literally eat like a king for breakfast. And oh my goodness gracious me, if you saw some of the food I've been eating, oh God, it's amazing. Now, I'm not talking bread or anything like that. I'm talking just like avocado, spinach, tomatoes, mushrooms, eggs, this kind of thing. Like, I'm really, really loading my body in the morning. And then lunchtime, I eat like a queen. I eat like a queen, and then in the evening I am just tapering it off. So I'm still doing that fasting period, that fasting window, and I'm training twice a day. So I'm really, really, literally, I've just turned my whole day up on its head. But that's working for me right now. So if you are somebody who's quite rigid with your patterns, like I have been, just be a little bit more gentle with yourself and allow your body to guide you, because that's just the way that I am. I'm very intuitive with my eating anyway, but right now I'm allowing my body to say, right, I need to eat. And what's happening with me is I get past like maybe 4 o'clock and I have got no interest in eating. Absolutely no interest. So I'm going to the gym, I'm having a big workout, then I'm having a big breakfast, then I will eat some sort of lunch early afternoon, and then that's really it for the rest of the day. So just do what works for you. If you're the other way around and you want to keep it that way, or like whatever, I'm just sharing what is happening with me so that you get a little bit of reality into what I'm talking about. Do what's best for you. There is no right or wrong. We're all very different. We're all on different missions, and we've got to do what's best for us. But me, at the moment, breakfast is king. It's as simple as that. Okay, so if you guys are experiencing fear or anxiety right now, please use the tools that I mentioned a short time ago in the self-love section: the breath, the water, the nature, the exercise. These tools are really, really going to help you in such a big way. Please recognize that this anxiety or this feeling that you've got going on is your past that has been controlling you, probably way before this lifetime, but it's certainly controlling you this lifetime. It has held you back, it has kept you small, and now is the time to move forwards from that. Acknowledge it, thank it, and release it and the experiences that have kept you safe. It is old and out of date data, and you have just keep pulling it back up because you're stuck in a loop with it, because it's much more comfortable than the unknown. And people say to me all the time, but Lucy, why would I do something that's so uncomfortable? Because it's better than doing the thing that you don't know how it's going to work out. It's better than potentially falling on your face or being hurt. This is cleansing and clearing for your very sweet soul, ladies and gents. Thank that anxious feeling. Thank that nervousness. Thank that depression. Because now you've got the green light to, okay, this is old stuff. Now it's my choice. Do I want to live in it or do I want to move past it? We are being prepared by shedding all of the old. And what we're being prepared for is to step into the new. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm so ready for that. Like, I am so ready for the new. How about you guys? Let me know in the chat box below. It's time for us to take back our power once and for all, you beautiful starseeds and light workers. It's time for us to take our power back in the most beautiful, loving, high vibrational way. Our views of separation are diminishing on a day-to-day basis. Choose wisely where you go, who you spend your time with, and what you desire day to day. And like I say, what you desire today is probably very different to what you desired just yesterday. You will require your boundaries to be much more in place than ever before. This is not to hurt people or to push people away, but to protect yourself and also show others that boundaries are a really, really beautiful, beautiful, good thing. You are being activated left, right, and center right now. The new codes coming in are activating us all. We are seeing, feeling, and hearing our gifts, our truth that has been suppressed for so many lifetimes, so much more now than ever before. Embrace it. Recognize the drains and the radiators in your life and act accordingly. If somebody drains you, you do not need to respond. If somebody tries to drain you, over text message, it's quite easy. If somebody tries to drain you in person, you can just walk away. You don't have to be mean. You can, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot the time, I've got an appointment. I don't like, having to say things like that. I'm a little bit more brutal, I'll be honest with you. Everybody knows I'm a little bit more brutal, but if you aren't that kind of person that feels you can speak your truth, then just remember that appointment that you've got. Surrender to what you choose and step away from what does not resonate. Now, that could be people, that could be places, that could be food, that could be absolutely anything. The only way that we can create the new earth of our high vibration of love, peace, and harmony is to literally be it. We are the lights who are shining so bright that we can guide the others home. Every single thing you require is within you. Trust the process and the magic of divine timing. You cannot be bringing in new consciousness whilst talking about this is killing that person, this is like it just, you cannot have fear and love coexisting in the same space. You cannot. You are either acting out of fear or you are acting out of love. You cannot be doing both at the same time. Our human conditioning, the way that we have been brought up, the way that we've always behaved, can no longer support us in these new waves of energy. And I mean, we are being bombarded from every which way with energy right now. You will feel very standoffish from people who are not getting it. You'll almost feel frustrated with them. You'll get overwhelmed by it. Why are these people not getting it? Don't allow that to divide. Purely recognize that they're on a different frequency right now and love them for where they are. It doesn't need to be any more than that. It doesn't need to be this massive divide. And like I say, this push that is taking place to bitch and backstab and put people down within the movements is just, like, we have to recognize how low vibration that is. If you're participating in that, like, Let's call it what it is. You're part of the problem. Love people. You know, I'm all up for people allowing people to do what they want to do. However, when it comes to consciousness, and we have no choice but to rise up, you know, and there's some really amazingly highly conscious beings that could really help us, and they're still perpetuating this stuff, you know, like some people, it's their job to perpetuate this stuff and hold consciousness back. You know, it's their job, it's their soul contract. I get it. But to those of you that are listening and you resonate with this, like, please stop doing it. Help us out. Help a sister out. If you're feeling restless, exercise, walk, take time in nature. If you're feeling overwhelmed, isolate, go inwards, meditate, breathe. Now, you might be sat there thinking, hey, hang on a minute, Lucy, when I feel overwhelmed, the last thing I want to do is be on my own and go inwards and meditate and sit in my, oh, that's the thing, ladies and gents, when we distract from it, it means we're not doing the work, we're not doing the healing. We gotta focus, we gotta go all in. Now is a very, very powerful, with the new moon energy and the dragon energy, now is a very powerful time to be setting clear, concise intentions. What do you choose for you going forwards? The other thing that is extremely powerful right now is manifestation. Again, be very clear with what it is that you are looking for. Be very clear with how you would like things to show up. When I talk about being concise, I mean being concise. If you say, oh, I want more abundance, and you walk along and you find 10p on the floor, or 10 cents or something, then hello, that's abundance as far as the universe is concerned. Be very, very, very clear. I really appreciate that we are living in a period of time that none of us thought, or none of us remembered, that we came down here to do. I certainly didn't. I remembered as a child, I went completely off the radar. And then I remembered again, you know, much later on in life, like 10 years ago, just over 10 years ago, 10 and a half, 11 years ago. And that bump back down to earth was really tough. So I'm not going to pretend it's easy for any of you guys. I'm not going to pretend that, you know, it's more difficult for some than others, or like it's quicker for some than like, I'm not going to pretend any of that, because we have all been on our own journeys. I actually shared my dark night of the soul in detail with somebody recently, and they were like, wow, it lasted that long, because they've been through a dark night of the soul, and it's been so intense, but it's been very quick. You know, very, very, very intense. Whereas mine was like drawn out and painful over so many years, but in, you know, there was gold thrown in at the same time, whereas this person was very, very short, sharp, hard, fast, painful, nasty, you know, just constant. So it's, I wouldn't say one is better than the other. I wouldn't say any of it is particularly nice. It's just, at the end of the day, we're looking at our shadows. We're literally stood looking at ourselves in the mirror going, oh my goodness gracious me, you cannot hide it anymore. And that's the period of time that we're in, ladies and gents. Like, we can't run from ourselves anymore. You know, a lot of people are checking out because they don't want to look at themselves. A lot of people are checking out because they can't cope with the frequency on the planet right now, which I find really tragic. And if any of you guys out there are feeling anything like that, please, please, please talk to somebody. Life is so precious and it is so worth living for. And we haven't got to the best bit yet. You know, we are, in a year or two, we're going to be living in a very, very different world to the world that we know now. And I am promising you, it is going to be so worth it. So please do bear that in mind as you guys are stepping through all of this stuff right now. Ladies and gents, I really truly hope that you have found this video useful, and I am hoping to be back with you soon. I think I'm going to do maybe I would have even done it before this video, but I've been thinking about throwing a cheeky little Sunday service back in, as I'm not going to be able to do the Monday night lives for a little while, just purely because of time zones. After this week, I'm going to be on a time zone that it just won't work. So I am feeling that I might bring a cheeky little Sunday service back in. So let me know if I haven't done it before this video, let me know how that sits with you and if you would be well up for that on a Sunday morning UK time. And ladies and gents, thank you for watching this video. I look forward to be back with you live super soon. And yeah, sending you so much love. See you in the next video.